So Tommy, do you have much of a skincare routine yourself?
I wash it.
Wash it. What do you use to wash it? Alright. Bar soap. Just the bar of soap, yeah. So soap obviously is pretty drying generally, so you just follow that up with a moisturiser.
Moisturise, yeah.
You do? Oh, okay, good. Yeah, so you've got to look after your skin basically. So what we're going to do, like I said, we're going to apply a cleanser first. We're going to rub that into the face, and then we're going to remove that. Then we're going to put a scrub on, which is going to exfoliate the skin quite a bit. Then I'm going to do another hot towel. Then I'm going to do a toner. Then I'm going to do a moisturiser. Okay. So then I'm going to give them a good slap for good measure. Maybe we'll even do a cold towel. Who knows? Get it quick. Here comes a hot towel. So the key here is speed. So I want Jem to run back with that.
She's running.
Does anyone have an idea what the hot towel does?
Yeah, I know.
Opens up the pores.
Yeah, so this is pretty, a good way to test how hot it is just put it on your arm here. Now if it's too hot for my arm, it's definitely too hot for his face, because his face is, you can see it's still steaming. That's hot, you touch that? That's real hot. So I don't want to put that straight on his face. The reason why I leave it folded up is if I open it out, it's going to cool down way too quickly. It's already losing temperature quite quickly. So I'm just going to test that on his head there. Does it feel too hot still?
No, you do it.
Yeah? Feel all good?
Yeah, maybe wait a bit longer.
This is actually really hot. I'm surprised it got that hot after 2 minutes, but there you go. So I'm going to open it out quickly and just pop it onto my arms like this, okay? If that's not burning me, then it's kind of okay. It's not burning me so far, so I'm just going to lower it over the face like that and just test it. Does that feel okay, Tommy?
Yep. Okay,
so I'm putting the top of it just underneath his nose, taking the corner and wrapping that over the face, and then taking the other one like this. And then I'm just going to press that into his face, making sure that he can breathe. But I can already feel the temperatures escaping from that towel really quickly, so it's really important that we do this here. Now what this will do, and my idea behind this is also, it's giving the face a bit of moisture as well, so when I apply the cleanser, it should be easy to work with, so I don't need to wash my hands or add too much water to it. So, does that feel nice?
Yep.
When you're doing a shave, what you tend to do is you'll leave them in that while you go and fiddle with your razor, and you'll put in your razor blade, and you'll start, what's the word? Lathering, exactly, thank you. You start lathering. So, what we're going to do is we're going to whip this off really quickly. But what I will always do when I go away and do that is quite often people kind of get quite sleepy when they're doing this, so I won't just go and whip it off real quickly because it can be quite a shock. So I might just gently touch him, so he knows I'm here, yeah, and then I'll remove it and just whip it off like that. Now at this point his face is still quite warm, so before his face cools down I'm going to want to put a little bit of this on.
Relax.
Now we're looking at, I think for a man's face generally without a beard, we're looking at about, you know, sort of 50-cent piece. And what I will do generally is just pop some on some key areas of his face, and then I'm just going to massage it in. Now you can feel on Tommy's face that he has got a bit of new stubble underneath. Does that feel alright, Tommy?
Yeah, mate.
But be quite gentle. I'm just going to work that into the skin. Making sure we get the top lip there as well. Tip of the nose there. What I meant to do, which I forgot to do, was put a towel on his top so I don't get anything on him. So this is, like I said, it's a cleanser, so we're just getting rid of any surface dirt, any oils from the day, things like that. Obviously I've got a little bit in his mouth there, but you're not going to go into the eyes or anything, you're going to leave the eyes out. You could apply an eye cream actually later on, but we're not going to bother with that. That feels quite nice, getting a little massage, doesn't it?
Yeah, perfect.
You can go into the temples here as well and just give them a little bit of a rub. Always feels quite nice. You know, and this is breaking those barriers. You know, it's going to feel really awkward doing this on people the first time when you don't know them, especially a client that you've never met before. So get used to it, basically. I'm quite firm because, you know, he's a bloke and he's probably going to prefer a firmer touch, I would say. Would you say?
Yeah.
You wouldn't want me to be too gentle. I've had facials upstairs from the girls and stuff, and they've been a bit too gentle, I think, for me. And I feel rude by saying, can you just be a bit rougher with me? Same when I'm having my hair washed. I like having my hair washed really, I like it really rough personally, but I guess everyone's different and you should probably communicate that. So what this is here is a fibrella cloth. So we've got rolls of these out the back. So what I do is I fold them in half, just wrap them around the finger, and I'm just going to wipe any of the excess off there. That is a bit tricky when you've got a little bit of stubble, but I picked Tommy because he hasn't got too much stubble. It's probably the correct way of doing this, but I'm just going to get rid of any surface cream. I'm not going to be too bothered about getting rid of every single bit because we're going to put a scrub on there. So with the scrub, I'd say the same thing. Just make sure you don't use too much because it's going to be harder to get off. But some on the cheeks, some on the nose, some on the forehead. And this one, yeah, you're going to want to massage it in quite a bit. Now this is the one you really don't want to get in someone's eyes because it's got bits of grit in it. So if you happen to get it in the eyes, it's going to be really uncomfortable, I suppose. Really blinded a little bit. Feel nice, Tommy?
Yeah. It's getting more relaxed now. Yeah.
So this is more like you work in the skin a bit more, so you want to be making sure that you're doing rubbing motions with the flat of your hands. Make sure you get into the eyebrows a little bit as well. It's quite nice in there. I'm being quite quick because we've got the girl coming to do the uniforms soon. So you can see what that's doing. If you look up closely, you can see it's actually taking off a layer of dead skin cells. So this is getting the skin much more smooth. It smells nice as well, doesn't it?
This dread's fixed now.
Yeah. But I mean, you're doing a similar thing with shaving, except you're using slightly different products. We're not going to use these products when we're shaving. Could someone do me another hot towel, please? Thank you, Hayden. So yeah, roll it in half, roll it up, pop it in the microwave for 2 minutes. So in that time, we can wipe the scrub off. If you find that the face is getting a bit dry, then you can always add some water to your hands. Obviously, you don't want to cover his face in water because it's not the one. Get some of this off. And again, don't worry if you don't get it all off here, because you're going to use a hot towel to actually remove most of that anyway, because his skin's going to start to sweat under the towel, and that's going to actually help clean some of this off. Try and get it into the That's pretty nice. I might have to get one of you to give me one as well. But you can see already, his skin looks way more shiny and clean. We haven't even put a moisturiser or a toner on it yet. So I think when you're doing this in the shop, you're going to want to be juggling a little bit between hot towels and stuff. So just make sure you don't leave the client waiting too long. What I should have done is asked someone to do it a bit earlier so it was ready for when I finished this. So with shaves and stuff like this, I think it's quite good to partner up and just get someone who isn't cutting hair to help you out, get you hot towels and maybe just help out with a few things. Got a little scar there. What's that from, Tommy?
I fell off my bike and the tooth went through my lip.
You sure?
Yeah.
Nice. I
Don't
think it was
lie,
from a
did
naughty
it?
scrap, wasn't it? Bit of bother at the weekend. Bit of bother at the weekend, wasn't it, Tommy?
Of course.
Yeah. Tommy's a West Ham fan, so
Yeah, mate. Only one team.
we know all about that. Even over here.
Yeah.
Where's that towel then? Nearly there? If there's 20 seconds left, just take it out. So the other thing that a hot towel does for a shave is it softens the hair to make it easier to cut, but it also makes the skin more supple, more prone to being stretched. Yeah, because if you just go straight in on cold, dry skin, it's not going to stretch very much. You need that stretch to be able to get a good shave. Yeah. Where's this towel? Where's this towel? Beautiful, isn't it? Sleeping Beauty. Any questions? Before we go into the next bit? Negatory. So I mean, who doesn't like something like this? I mean, you'd have to be mad not to appreciate a facial, right? Like, I love this. It's great. When you get them to do it upstairs, they give you a massage with your shoulders and everything. Thanks, mate.
Is it the cost though that deters people from getting
I think,
facials?
yeah, men are stingy typically.
Yeah.
Because they don't understand the benefits of skincare.
Yeah.
So this is why you have to educate people.
Sure.
I'm a hypocrite because I don't have a routine myself. I probably should, but I just don't have time. If I had the time to, I probably would. And I can't afford products as well.
It's wonderful.
Products. Yeah. So that is a steamy hot one. Thank you.
Yeah.
A steamy hot one.
It was like only like a minute and 40 seconds.
Yeah, right. Okay. Still a steamy hot one. I'm going to open it out a bit. So if it's still steaming like that, then it's a good one, you know. But like I said, once it starts losing steam, you want to start acting fast. So I can already feel that losing. Is that okay, Tommy? Okay. So there you go. Night, night. I'm going to make sure that you get under here, okay? I'm just going to hold that into the face. That's a good one. That's a good tell. You can tell the difference. That last one went cold too quickly. The thicker the towel, the better usually. Like those blue Kune ones, they're brilliant for shaving. They're the best. Just going to hold that in for a minute. And with the toner, you can do it in a couple of ways. I think the better way that worked for me was I dabbed it onto the face rather than rubbing it in. I don't know why, it just felt more natural to me. How do people do toners?
Yeah,
you're supposed to dab.
Yeah, so I brought some of these out to do that.
Yeah, perfect. Because then when you put it on, it like will take all the excess makeup and stuff.
The only trouble with that is facial hair. So these stick to the stubble chronic. They leave balls of fluff all over your face, and it's kind of annoying. Tommy's face is a little bit like a, I don't know, did you shave yesterday?
Last night.
Really? Yeah, it's already going back then. So what we'll give it a try on one of
I
these.
put on the flannel after washing my face and get all the...
So these are cotton pads, obviously.
Because it's the
So we'll give it a try. I think the other problem is you tend to go through quite a lot of product if you're using cotton pads because it sucks it all up. But this is quite runny, it's quite liquidy. So we're just going to wipe this all over the face there, so actually looks quite nice. What you can do is get two and do them simultaneously as well. You can tell I don't know what I'm doing, so...
Just got to consent forehead out.
Yeah. Basically just wiping it all over him like a complete noob. Yeah, like it's really smooth on the top of his head, and then when I get down to here it's quite rough. It's not too bad if I go sideways. I think if you go upwards like that, it starts snagging with these. So yeah, you see what I mean? These balls of fluff there. So you might want to just do it with your fingers. I was just experimenting there, but oh, there you go. That lost the half of the thing. Okay, cool. Call it there. But you get the idea, right? And then we're going to go straight into the moisturiser. So this is really the range that we've got here is all for sensitive skin mainly because it's just easier to have it all sensitive than have not sensitive and then have people with sensitive skin. If that makes sense. So the moisturiser we're going to use about the same amount. Just rub that into the face. This music's very chilled out. It could be anything right now, but at random. It could have been Wu-Tang or something. You never know. You right?
Yeah, man. It's got weird in it.
What?
The music.
Yeah. Awkward.
You too.
Romantic.
Make it a facial with the music.
But yeah, you want to work all these areas and stuff. Like just give it a bit of a massage instead of just rubbing it in. It's quite nice to just get a bit of a, especially in the jaw there. It's quite nice. And behind there as well, down there is where your sort of sinuses connect and stuff. So it's quite nice to do that. Does that feel nice?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. So there you go. But you can see that it's already made his skin look all nice and supple. So what I do now actually is you could put a cold towel on, but I probably should have done that before I moisturised it, so I'm just going to leave it. But a cold towel would seal the pores basically and finish it off. There you go, Tommy.
Thanks, mate.
Feel good?
Yeah, gorgeous.
Oh, good stuff. There you go. Thanks for that, honey.